What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we have a Naruto drawing. Naruto and Sasuke together, not fighting. Just being friends, right? So we're on a landscape orientation page. Use a pencil. Hit pause if I go too fast. Take your time. We'll start with Sasuke on the right-hand side of our page. And he's got one eye closed. So along the halfway line is where we're going to put the eyes. So Sasuke's head here, Naruto's head here. I'm going to start over this side, just on the right hand side of my page, and we're going to start with Sasuke's closed eye. Curve line coming down like so. And his eye's closed. We'll thicken it up maybe a little bit. Like that. So just like a curved line, just there. And then above that we have an eyelid line, kind of goes fairly straight across. Like so. And his eyebrow, just above there. So Sasuke's eyes are usually just like a tick, sort of going up and across. Like this kind of thing. Of course, most of it is underneath his hair, so don't worry too much about it. And then you measure sort of the width of his eye, and then we go over, and that's where his next eye will start. So, like a diagonal line here, and then it comes across like so. Okay, and you'll notice our head is tilted a little bit. So both our heads are tilted. Sasuke's head is tilted this way, Naruto's head is tilted that way. So we have a diagonal line for the eyes going along here. And then, so bottom eyelid line, so curves around like so. It goes underneath hair. You could bring them to a point there if you wanted, but you can't really see that corner anyway. So we just have his iris, so big circle. It's not a Sharingan eye or anything. It's just a standard dark black Sasuke eye. And he's looking off to this side at Naruto. And if you want, you can thicken up the eyelid lines. So, and then top eyelid line curves across there, and his other eyebrow, tick line again, up to there, and it gets slightly thicker down here. Of course, you can thicken this one up, but it's underneath his hair, so there's not much point thickening that one. Do 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 do. Okay, so his nose. So we've a line sort of coming down this way for his nose, and then we have two nostril lines, one here and one here. Like so, and he's got a grumpy sort of mouth on him, downturned sort of mouth like this. He's not impressed with Naruto. And then bottom lip line just underneath, just there. Like so. And then his chin. Relatively pointy chin on Sasuke, just there. Boop. And right, so your proportions just for your distances, so eyes to nose is the same as nose to chin, and then nose to bottom lip is about the same as bottom lip to chin. So this distance is about the same as this distance, and from here to here is about the same as here to here. Once you get that, you can do his jaw. So you go up the side, like so, and up the side on the other side, curve it up. And we stop about like here because we're at sort of hitting hair area, right? So Sasuke has those long pieces of hair that come down along his face, right? So like coming down this way, comes over his eye, down like so, and a couple of spikes going back up this way, one or two, and they go up past his ear on this side. And of course you can erase any of these lines that you shouldn't see or colour over them. And then more hair spikes for his fringe. And bring this one, comes right down across his face and nose. Down here. And we'll bring it back up the centre. Back down across his eyebrow. Another one. Back up to there. A bit further actually. Go up that way. And then this is going to come right down past his eye, this one. And then right down like so. Another hair spike. Comes down, and this, he's a collar here. So like a big collar. So you can't really see the bottom of this piece of hair. So his collar. So like that will come to a point, but we can't see it. So like so. So like that collar will come, go around his head, like in there. So then this hair spike will go up, and yeah, that one's about there, that one's about here, and then we have an ear on this side, so it kind of lines up with maybe the gap between his eyes, just there, diagonally, okay? The gap between like his eye and his eyebrow. See, the top of the ear, along that line, and then we'll bring it down, and probably lines up with his nose, the bottom, usually does, yeah, right there. And then bones and ligament lines, easiest way is just something like that, but if you want to make more detail, some people like to, some people don't. No one looks at ears anyway, don't worry about it. More hair spikes. Sticking out there. Sticking up here. So we're gonna go all the way to the top of his head. So like right there's like here. So we have a big spike going up this way. So I would say chin to fringe is about the same as fringe to this area of his face, right? So this is about halfway from here to here. It's about the same. Yeah. So we'll do our best and try and get all the way up to there. So adding some hair spikes like this. Like that. And then we have a big long one. Goes back like so. And then bring it down. Sticking out. Going down the other side. Back in, back out. And a couple going down behind his ear. Like so. I don't like this curve. I gotta straighten that up. So I'm just gonna fix that. It's a bit curvy. Sasuke's hair spikes tend to be a bit straighter. So I'll just fix that one. So that's a bit better, and I will erase the bad line. Okay, I erased some of the eyebrow lines and stuff as well. So let's keep going. So his collar, diagonal, bring it down like so. Okay, it's like a big cloak, and it curves around, goes down and off my page that way. And then, so the other side of his cloak, it's like at the bottom of his hair. So it like comes into about there, I'd say. And then we'll go diagonal into there. And then I think there's like a string binding it somewhere like here. And then we have a line for his neck coming down there. And can we see his collarbone or like the top of his shirt or something coming that way? And then you could add necklines if you wanted, going down that way. And we can see just a little bit more hair on the side of his neck, just in here, like so. And then the rest of the collar will go around behind his ear, down into there, and you know, another hair spike or two, like so. So Sasuke is like grabbing him by the neck. So Sasuke is like hand wrapped around pulling Naruto's ear, I mean, and Naruto has Sasuke by the neck. So his arm comes in behind Sasuke's head and comes out this side. So it like curves down this way. And it can be bumpy because it is clothing. And then the other side of it will come out sort of here from his collar. So it's like sitting on his shoulder. Like that. Okay, and we can see like some of the sleeve. So just like a curving line, like so. With a wrist coming out. You don't have to add too much detail. Just like lines there. And you could have some hatching or some dark black shadow in there. It's up to you. And then the cuff line just there. And maybe some faux lines and stuff hatching coming down. Because this is a manga drawing I'm doing it from. So lots of hatching and stuff. And then faux lines on Sasuke's cloak. And his shoulder should come off somewhere this way. Like so. So Naruto's elbow, tricep, and then his shoulder would be here, and then his arm will come down here, right? So we have the other side of Sasuke's collar, faux line, and then Naruto's body, sort of like his armpit and his arm just coming down this way. Okay. Like there, so the arm goes up around into there, and then we'll have some extra faux lines on Sasuke's cloak. Just give it some more detail there. And now what? So we'll start with Naruto's eyes, and they're both closed. Naruto's eyes are both closed, so we've got like a curved line going up like so, okay? Like a real slanted sort of eyes there. And then you measure eye distance, come over and do the other one. So it like curves over like that. And remember, Naruto's head is tilted this way, unlike Sasuke's. Okay, so Naruto's head is in here, and we can fit like another sort of head nearly inside here. So some more eye lines like that coming around his eye, because his face is all like scrunched up and stuff. And then his eyebrows, so just going underneath his headband, so you have like a tick first going up to there, And then you could draw the whole eyebrow, but they go underneath his headband, so you can't see them at all because there's a headband that goes across here. So there's no point. Other one goes up like so. See that a little bit longer, and then that headband line so runs across, curves across, right? Sorry, there's like a fly buzzing around here, super annoying. Okay, and then he has those sideburns, both of them coming down the side, there on this side, there on this side, and the headband will start to curve up around. There, and then something similar over that side, okay? Right, so more lines just for details of his face. Nose lines there in the middle. And nostrils. So a nostril here and a nostril maybe, yeah, here. And we're talking about the same proportions that we had for Sasuke. Naruto characters are usually in proportion. So like eyes to the nose will be about the same as nose to the chin. Okay, so keep that in mind. So like he's got a big smile on his face, so his mouth comes down like so. Flat mouth right now, but we'll open it up with a big curved line down like so. Kind of sticks up a little bit on the corners there. Same on the other side. So it's a little bit smaller there, and then we'll bring curved line down underneath. Like that. So it's like he's shouting. And then we'll add his teeth, right? So you just do like some zigzag lines across like that. And then a flat line across there. And we'll add a shadow in the corner. So that's important. It gives sort of the illusion that there's a gap in his gums just along the back. Okay. So now big smiling Naruto face. We go slanted sort of chin here. I'd say headband to nose is about the same as nose to chin. So this area, here to here, is about the same as here to here. It's because of the big mouth. Because of his big mouth. So you can do your jaw then. Up to here. Change direction. Up the side. Join the sideburn. Pretty much same thing on this side. So we have up like so. And then curve a little bit. We don't join the sideburn on this because his ear is being pulled on this side by Sasuke. So the jaw joins the ear. So right, so then those cheek marks, so there, and a small one here. Something similar over here. So there. Third and final one. So right, so we can see an ear in here. Right there, and some ear lines in there. That's the easiest way to do it. We can add more detail if you want. We can see more hair spikes just here. Two coming down over the headband like there. And then two coming down over the headband here as well. so, and then the center of his headband will join across like that. Okay, so his metal plate, just a rectangle that kind of curves across. It's got rounded edges. That's what you got to remember. Back across the other side. And then there can be a line on along the bottom here just to show that it's sort of metal. And then we have some bolts. And the spiral. So remember guys, if I go too fast, hit pause. It's got a tail sticking off and a beak. Usually that's done with a double line, but a Sharpie doesn't really let me do double lines. They end up bleeding together. So you could just do single line or go for the double. So you just add like an extra line inside each one. And more hair then. So let's go to there. There. Classic Naruto hair spikes. Just going around top of his head. And how far up do we go? So chin to headband line is about headband line to the top of the round part of his head, and then the hair spikes stick up a little bit more. So that's the kind of proportion you're talking. Another hair spike here. And another one here. And a couple more just behind there. Okay, so we got like a collar, right? So he's wearing like a jacket. So like a V collar sort of comes down like this here. And this one comes down over his face as well. It's got another collar here that goes right close to his mouth. So we'll go this way. Like that. Okay, and this one comes over his, touches his mouth, goes over, right over his cheek. And we can erase this line. Goes in behind his ear. And then comes back out. Down like so, and it's got like that collar sort of section. And into there. And same thing on this. So like that sort of triangular collar shape, you know, of like a suit jacket or something. Back to there. Up around under his ear. So it goes in under his ear here. So his ear's like being pulled, so it sticks out real far coming out from his jaw. And we'll finish just the other side of his jacket just here. And we have a neckline and hairlines in there. Boop, boop, boop. And this comes down. Boop. And his shoulder comes around there. And then we can see like some neck muscle sort of lines just there. In on his neck and his collarbone. Here and here. Like so. And then this should have a black section here, and then a sort of extra line for the zipper sort of section. So this is like got zipper going down. Like that. And I'll just erase those cheek lines. Okay, so his shoulder then, it like goes in behind Sasuke's head here, right? So, and it bumps a couple of times. So say it bumps like that. So that's like his arm, and then this bumps out, and then it goes in behind his ear, just there. Okay, then we bring this down like so, and then maybe like so. The fabric is being pulled this way, so you got to add like a couple of fold lines going that way. You know, if you want hatching, you could do a little bit if you wanted, but not essential, obviously. And then a line just of his clothing bumping around those folds, and then down like so into there. I think we can see some of the side of his body or something just down there. Right, so Sasuke has a hold of his ear, okay? So this is his earlobe, curves up like that. It's being pulled out. The top of it is just underneath his headband, just here. And there, okay? And then 2 fingers, right? So bump, 1, 2. It's like he's taken like two chunks out of his ear, right? There and there. And then we'll make this longer. Knuckle. Sticks out. Back around like so. Another knuckle line. Down into there. Goes back towards that finger. Like 2 sort of sausages sticking out, and then side of his finger just there, and his knuckles sticking out, down, curve around, 2 more knuckles just there, and we got some lines for his skin in underneath, another finger maybe, and another one, some more there, and then we can see fingernails just here. That kind of thing. Like so, and then we will add some ear lines inside Naruto's ear. Easiest way is always the letter J, but if you want more detail, go for it. I think that's everything, is it? Yep. Okay, there you go. How to draw Naruto and Sasuke together. Not fighting. Kind of. I guess they are kind of fighting. Okay. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.